Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's great to see you back because today I was at the Greenberg Train Show in Edison, New Jersey. It was a great show. There were a lot of people there, a lot of vendors, a lot of trains, and a few good layouts. And for me, I was looking to get some more freight stock for my layout because I have a lot of passenger sets. Not saying that there's anything wrong, but I just want to have more freight on my train layout. So my most expensive purchase was $15, while everything else was $10 purchases. And from what I left with at the show, I am more than happy with what I have. So let's dive in and see what I got. So for my first purchase, I was over at the other end of the hall where the snack bar was, and this is something I use quite often. They are steel wire brushes and steel wire cups. There were 3 of them for $5, and I got 6 of them, so 3 cups and 3 brushes for $10. If you go to a regular hardware store, just having the cup brush, getting poked here, the cup brush and the wire wheel alone, they're about $7 a piece. So the next item I've always wanted to have since I was a kid, since I have seen this. And every time I've been to a train show, I always blew my budget and I always forgot about this one item. It's the double track signal bridge. Maybe because of the structure and appearance of this is something that helps complete one of the things in my bucket list of owning for my trains. So let's have a look at my rolling stock that I just purchased. The first car that I have, which is the end of the train, is the chassis system caboose. Just like the Spirit of 76 and the 75th anniversary train set, this caboose of the same design, this will go great for my chassis system hopper set made by Menards. So I have my Lionel engines, I got the hoppers, let's get a caboose for it. Our next car is a Norfolk and Western 9325 flat car with guardrails. I'm not sure what this was supposed to be originally. I guess it could have been like a caboose piece over here, then it just got broken off. I'm not really sure. But either way, for $5, you know, why not? I'm gonna add it onto my collection. Next, I was looking at one car, but the vendor told me that these cars come as a pair. And that is the Southern Railway 16701 and the 5726 bunk cars. So these 2 cars, I was told, are sold as a pair. Next, we have a Wabash gondola car with a pipe load, which is strapped in place. I'm not sure if this was the original load, but you know, hey, why not? Strap it down, just better security. One car that I found interesting was this National Bureau of Standards, U.S. Department of Commerce standard test weight car. I'm just guessing that this car was probably used at weigh stations just to see if their weights were correct before trains were shipped out. Does it say anything on here? Impact recorder installed. So I'm not sure, but maybe that's just my thoughts on this car. Next, we have a nice blue CSX boxcar. It's got 6 spring trucks, 3 springs on each side. It feels like a nice durable boxcar, and for $10, I'm not going to complain about this. So, you know, it's another car to add to my freight collection. I'm happy I bought it. Okay. Next, I have 3 of these, and this is just one of the 3. It's the Sunoco 8,000 gallon tank car, number 6415, and I'm not sure if this was post-war or MPC, but I'm not so sure myself on what kind it is. But either way, it's more tank cars. I like having tank cars in my layout. The next car I got here, it was for $5 because it was missing a set of doors. Is the Louisville, Kentucky, I guess it's like a reefer box car, I'm not sure. But the number on the car here is number 9224. I got a missing door over here, and I got missing doors on this side too. The car's in great condition with metal springs, so heck, you know, there's nothing else wrong with it other than the doors are missing. We have this Baltimore and Ohio tank car made by Lionel. It's got metal springs on the trucks, and the one thing I wasn't sure about this is what's inside this tank car. There's nothing that I can see that can open up the lid as of right now, and I don't know if it's like pieces of marble or plastic in here, but I guess it came with the car like this, so I don't know. But for this car, it was $5. I had someone else looking at this too, and I nabbed it before they can purchase it. The next car that really caught my eye was this Union Pacific, I guess I'm gonna call this one a reefer car. It's got 6 springs per truck. They operate. The car is very durable, feels very robust. And hey, for $10, I wasn't gonna pass this car up. And it's gonna be one of the better quality cars in my collection. So let's get on the track. This next one is not Line L, but it's made by K-Line. This K-Line tank car says for corn industrial non-flammables. So I guess that this car was made for food transportation. Capacity at 110,000 gallons. $5 for this one. It's perfect price. This other car that caught my eye was this Lionel Ontario Northland. I guess I'm gonna call it a palletized log car. Just by looking at this, I mean, this looks like it is an expensive car. It might be missing its brake wheel, but there's nothing wrong with this car. For $5 for metal spring trucks, you know, it's sold in my collection. Okay, next we have a Union Pacific, the Challenger merchandise service boxcar. There is a pin under here, so some guy can just come out and push out, I guess, freight stock. So I'm not sure what is he supposed to be pushing out, maybe crates. It works great. I don't see any issues with this just yet. Maybe I just have to see what this really goes to and then make it a complete item. Next we have this Lehigh Valley coal hopper, and this looks post-war just by the design of the trucks and the couplers underneath. They got the plates. The coal load looks like somebody burned brownie batter. I'm not sure, but it seems to be very jagged on top and comes out pretty easily. I guess that this is the way that they did it, and it's been sawed right at the top. But you know, for $5, it's a good quality car and it is clean. And here we have a second coal hopper, the Rio Grande, and same thing, very clean. The thing I noticed with this, that it does have springs, but the springs look like that they do not move and that they are stationary. I guess this could be like a post-war or an NPC item. The coal load stays in its place, but you know, the car is very durable. This one I got for $10. Next we have a Lionel refrigerator boxcar, number 6472. This here definitely looks post-war just by the design of the trucks and the couplers. And it's more items to add to my post-war collection, and for $5, let's add it onto the tracks. And finally, our last 2 items, which will bring the total count to 19 freight cars, is the Sunoco 8,000 gallon tank cars. Now these guys most likely are post-war with the coupler design and the truck design, and for $5 a piece, hey, it's great. I have a complete freight train that I got here, you know, for a very inexpensive price. So we're starting here on the outside track with our last 2 shown cars, the 2 post-war tank cars. And as we go around the track, we can see that we have a nice 19 car freight train, which encompasses the vast majority of my track. While I was giving this train its maiden run around my layout on its first lap, the 2046 post-war steam locomotive pulled it without any issues. As it went around its second curve, the train separated between the 3rd and 4th freight cars, and then I pulled the separated train back into position so I can recouple everything together. It took a lot more hand power to pull this train back than it did to pull my Santa Fe War Bonnet aluminum passenger car set. So during the roster, when I was putting all the cars on, I didn't feel any kind of resistance wear while I was putting them into their positions. But I guess over a long distance of a train with resistance issues without lubrication, it does add up. So I pulled off every car that had needle point bearings, post-war wheels, rotating on axles, and I saw that these wheels were not freely spinning, maybe not even one full revolution around their axles. So I pulled out some OW20 fully synthetic motor oil, and I gave each one a drop of oil on the axles, on the needle point bearings, and everything started to run proper again.